Hi Maya, it's me again. I got your video response and I was cracking up the whole time. Hayes was watching it too. He thought it was hysterical. So I made my list again. You are so right about the messages. I could totally hear Jeff just standing there like, I can't believe your sister left a 15-minute message, because every single thing I said on the video message, the video, is exactly probably what I would have said on the message machine. So I totally get him in that, but you tell him to tone it, because I will hurt his short ass. Anyway, I wanted to tell you a couple. And your belly is so cute. I saw Facebook pictures of you at Michelle's, I guess, Halloween party, or I'm not sure what it was, but I thought it was so cute. And let's see. And I totally call BS about your social life. I see all the time on Facebook, oh, you went to this event, oh, you went to this event, people with pictures all over, with you. So, BS. Try living in this life, because I go nowhere. It's the grocery store. That's it. But I know if you move down here, we'll totally go places, so that will be exciting for me anyway. It was funny, I was looking at all the pictures yesterday of, you with Ina and in your costumes and whatever, and I was sad because I'm like, everybody else gets to see Maya but me, and I was telling Jake, and he's like, hun, maybe she'll move down here sometime, and that kind of thing. And then I just had this huge smile on my face, and he's like, what are you thinking about? And I'm like, Maya in that costume. I could not stop laughing. Your white trash get up. It was hilarious. And Jeff there, all, no costume whatsoever. He's like, Jake was like, that's totally me too, because I dress up and I get all the kids dressed up, and he's there I'm not dressing up. So it was just funny. I cannot stop smiling at that picture. That was hysterical. It was just so funny. Let's see. Oh, yes. I'm glad that you liked my idea of the snack bags, and I should totally make you one. And I'll put this big old strap around so you can put it around your neck and just hang it on the front of your shirt. So anytime you need to barf, you just open it up, puke, and then shut it and Velcro it shut and just keep it there just in case for those on the go barf moments. That is what I need to make for me next time I have another baby, because that is totally a great idea. The on the go barf bag. That's awesome. Let's see. Okay, how about some kid and family update stuff? Let's start with Jake. So, remember how Jeff and Jake were talking about their teeth and, their teeth issues. Well, I finally made him an appointment. What are you doing, Steven? And he went to the dentist, $5,000, because he needs to get his wisdom tooth pulled, he needs a root canal, and 8 fillings. $5,000. I almost shit my pants. I could not believe that. So I have no idea what we're going to do about that yet, but I know he needs the root canal soon, because he just came up and licked my elbow. Surprise! Yeah, so I'm not sure what we're going to do about that yet. I guess get them done one at a time, or put them on the credit card or whatever, and I'm like, ugh, that is so not. And plus, I have to go and get my wisdom tooth pulled too. So, and I'm sure I have a cavity or two, because every time I have a baby, my teeth just fall apart. I don't know what the deal is, but I always get cavities after I have babies. Okay, so he's done. Let's see, Curran. Still no teeth. Almost 13 months old, no teeth. Not one. Not even under the gums. I can't see a thing. it's just not there. I'm a little worried. I know Aiden was like 12 months maybe, or 13 months when he got his, so I'm hoping that, like, you know, he does get some eventually, because the poor boy, like, he has trouble eating his food, obviously, but he still eats whatever we eat. I mean, I give him whole food, you know, like a whole cheese stick, a whole waffle, whole chicken nuggets, or whatever, you know, and he tears it up fine, but I'm just like, oh, poor guy. Would you stop that? Crazy. You're goofy. Walking. He's walking good. He's took a couple steps. I put it up on your Facebook, and now he's going like like he's getting some good distance there, and he's so cute because like his poor head is giant. The poor thing like is walking and like his head's going forward and like his whole body is following, and then he like tumbles like right onto his like head. The poor guy, his massive head. Oh, I hope that he grows into that big old head, because it is. It's from Jake. Anyway, oh, he says bye-bye now. Like, he'll wave and say bye-bye. So cute. So cute. Oh, he's getting so big, and oh, it's just, he's a cutie. Let's see, Aiden's update about school. Gosh, what did I want to say about school? Oh, so he's having some issues with like how to handle, not bullies, but like people that are like this one little boy like picks on him about, I don't remember what he was picking on him about, but you know, he's telling me this whole story, and Aiden's very closed off. He doesn't like to tell on anyone. He doesn't tell me anything about school ever, and I always have to like pull it out of him, and I don't know why. Even in kindergarten, you know, I'd be like, oh, so how was your day, blah, 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 what did you do? And he'd be like, I don't know. I'm like, were you there? Like, just tell me something, you know. Yeah, nothing. He just does not talk about school, or, you know. So, Jake and I, okay, we were on the couch. He was telling me this thing, you know, something, and I'm like, wait a minute, like, why was this other little boy doing that? And then, you know, it all comes out. Like, he's just been really mean to Aiden. And so I keep telling him, hey, you know, well, you know, did you try ignoring him? Because usually when bullies or, you know, just jerk kids, like, do that, if you give them a reaction, like, of course they're going to keep doing it. So he's like, yeah, I tried that, you know. And Aiden's not like, he might not even really care about the whole situation. Like, he didn't seem to, like, really care much about it. He's not really one to, like, be like, oh, I'm never going to go to school again or anything like that. Like, he doesn't really care. He's just like, whatever, they can be D-bags and, you know, I don't really care. So then Jake just pipes in on the other side of the couch. He's like, why don't you just punch him in the face? And I'm like, really? Really? Like, gosh, you're like, oh, I was so mad. I'm like, let's not try to tell the kids that they're allowed to go and hurt people. You know, I tell Aiden, you know, there's been a couple of times with neighborhood kids where he will come home and be like, they were hurting me and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, the steps that you need to do are this. If someone is hurting you, you need to tell them stop firmly. Or, you know, and if they do not listen, then I say that yes, you may hit them back. And I said, you can tell all the moms in the neighborhood that I said that. If some child is hurting my child, he is allowed to fight back if he's already said stop and no. You know, because obviously they're not listening. So, and, you know, I've told him that. And I think that's a good rule to go by, but, you know, he knows that he should never, ever go and start a fight with anyone, and he never has. Like, he's not that type of kid. So I was just really upset that he's like, just go punch them, or, and then, you know, he's like, why don't you call him this, call him that, and I'm like, Jake, I'm going to kick your fucking ass. Why? Why would you say stuff like that to him? Like, And of course Isabella's over there listening, and she goes, Daddy, that's not very nice. And I'm like, oh God, here we go. Like, you know, I've always tried to teach them, you know, the right way to behave, and I know it's so hard when it comes to like other little kids being mean and, you know, things like that. And so I just, I don't know, there's two different parenting styles. I don't know if it's just a man thing for them to be like automatically like, hey, just go beat the shit out of them. But, you know, it probably is a man thing. Like, I'm trying to think if Ron and Marie, like, you know, with Jake anyway, like saying, just thinking about what they would say in this regard. And I could totally see Ron just saying the same thing as Jake. So maybe it's just like that kind of thing. So we'll see what happens. He didn't say anything yesterday about it, so I'm not sure if the whole thing's over or he just doesn't really care. And that's totally possible, and I'm making a bigger deal out of it than it, you know, there needs to be. But I also don't want him feeling like he doesn't want to go to school because of one child. So I also wanted to talk about how Bella is so different from Aiden. Like, you know, like I said before, when Aiden came home in kindergarten, you know, I would never hear anything about the other kids. Like, I wouldn't know what's going on, or, you know, things, you know, anything that he did in the day. And Isabella's so different. You know, she comes home and she says, you know, Mommy, guess what? Like, guess what we did today? And she tells me all about her day. She tells me what they, you know, how she liked her snack, what other people were eating for snack, and just so many different things. And it just, it cracks me up because they're so different. And I know you have, you know, each child you have is always going to be different. And it's so shocking sometimes to how different they are. And, you know, I have 4 kids, so how different can they be, you know? It's just, it surprises me every time. She told me that one little girl, her mommy died, and of course I'm like all upset, like thinking, you know, and she goes, no, Mommy, it's okay because now she has a new mommy. Her dad married a new mommy for her, and she really likes her new mommy now. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, how the heck? Like, when did they talk about this in the 3 hours that they're there in kindergarten? And you know, and I asked her about who her friends were, and she told me a little like tidbit about each one. Like, you know, Ruth cries every time they do letters because she gets really upset because she can't do them well. You know, Claudia does something else. Olivia is mean. She says she keeps hitting me, Mommy, and I don't like it, and I keep telling her to knock it off. I'm like, dude, I'm like, Olivia, you need to just leave her alone because she's gonna bust you in the face, okay? Like, I think she's done really good, you know, by saying no. Like, usually around here, she'll just go off and haul you, like, bust you in the face. You know, anything she doesn't like, she'll punch you. She'll, like, you know, she's rough. And so I was like, good job, Bella, that's exactly what you need to do. And, you know, I told her, if she keeps doing it, then you need to let the teacher know, you know, because you don't want someone to get hurt, because she might be doing it to other kids, too. So I was so proud of her. It's just so funny. Like, I think she has a crush on this little boy, Jake, and of course, Jake's like, oh my God, because she talks about this boy, Jake, and it's her best friend in school. And I saw him, I went in to read a story to the kids a couple weeks ago, and so I saw this little boy, and he's like got his super blonde, she calls it white hair, shaggy, like blonde hair, and like, he plays Minecraft too. You know, the computer game that they play, and so she just thinks he's like amazing, you know. And Jake's like, oh my God, I'm gonna beat this little kid. I'm like, it's just so cute because I knew that she would gravitate towards the boys. She does have some girl friends, but the main people that she talks about is Jake, and you know. So I had a feeling that she would. I'm hoping that she does find like one close friend, you know. We'll see how that works out. Um, she's just so funny when it comes to like describing things at school and already so we had this Monster Mash thing, and it was at from 6 to 8. So right off the bat, I knew that it wouldn't be a good idea for us to go because Curran's bedtime, and you know, I have to nurse him still to go to bed. So I was like, oh, that puts me and Curran out already. And then I'm like, if Jake wants to go, number one, he's not going to want to go. Okay, he doesn't want to bring the kids to the school, blah, 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 you know. And then I'm thinking, okay, well, if Aiden and Bella go, then Hayes is going to flip his lid. Like, he's just going to freak if he doesn't go too. So I'm thinking in my mind, Jake with 3 kids at a Monster Mash, like in costumes, with all the kids running around with like candy, and I'm like, that's not a good idea. So I just said, you know, we couldn't go because I had to feed the baby and, you know, get him to bed and things like that. So she lost it. She's like, all my friends are going and I can't go and I'm really upset. And so I had to promise them next year when Hayes was in kindergarten we would go. You know, Kern will be a little bit older, hopefully not, you know, not as dependent on me for bedtimes. And so she's like, okay. But I couldn't believe it. Like the whole, my friends are all going kind of thing already, like in kindergarten, like that's the excuse. I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, no. Because Aiden would have never said that. Like, he doesn't care, you know? He really doesn't. And it's so funny to, you know, see her like this. Let's see. Oh, Hayes update. He has been acting out lately so much, and I really think that it has to do with him being lonely. Isabella's not here in the afternoon anymore, and he doesn't have any kids his age here anymore. Matthew left, and little Logan, you know, he's in kindergarten now, so I lost 2 of the kids his age, so he's the only one. It's just me and him, and I just think that he's I don't know. I feel like he's bored, but I can't, I need ideas of things that he can do. He destroyed the, like, it's a no-go for the Zoom anymore, because, I don't know if I told you this already, but, Jake called me one day, he's like, Hunt, why are you buying all these apps? Like, I have a whole list of apps you just bought, why did you buy them all? And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's just over there, buy, just zooming on down the list of the apps, just buying everything. And I'm like, oh my god. So he's not allowed playing the Zoom anymore because he just destroys everything. Like, he changes the settings and gets into all sorts of trouble on that thing. He's watching YouTube, like, F-bombs, like, left and right, and I'm like, ah! Why are you doing that? And I have specific apps just for him, but he kind of does what he wants. You know, he's like, whatever, I'll do what I want. So that's done. Yeah, he's not allowed to play that anymore. So now the update on me. I fit into most of my jeans again. Yay! High five. I have been doing crafting. I made the cutest boo sign ever. It's really cute. I'll put in a picture to show you. Oh, I made a bear suit for Curry. It's not really a bear suit, but that's what I call it because he looks like a little bear. You know the fabric that I made put on the back of Aiden's quilt? Well, I had some left over, and he throws his blankets off at night, so I'm always worried. Like, I wake up in the middle of the night and go over and, you know, cover him up and with his blankets, but he's a tosser and a turner, so they don't stay on. And I made this little bear suit, and it's like overalls, but it's made out of that, so like his legs and his chest is covered. It's so cute and fuzzy. He looks like a little bear in it. It's so cute. And warm, so I feel much better, like, having him, you know, I just worry that he's going to be chilly. And that's it. That was a long one, huh? Sorry about that. I had a lot to say. which was surprising because I looked at my list and I'm like, that's really not a lot to talk about. Maybe I should wait a little bit longer. Now I'm glad I didn't. All right, Maya. Well, please write me back and send me another message. Well, video me back and send me another message. I miss you a lot, and please give Chase and Jeff hugs from me and from everyone. I do have videos that the kids made you, but I'm not going to include them in this one because it's too long, but I will soon. I have to get one from Aiden. He's hardly ever here. He's full day of school, so it's hard to get him when he's in, like, you know, a jolly mood. And we do a lot of homework, so there's not much time. But, all right, I love you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.